Yo, 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 welcome back. This is Sausage Party. I'm Austin. This is Casey, and
Bro.
I have dyslexia, but it's all good, guys. It's all good.
Uh,
So we're back.
you have? Sorry.
Cricket. Anyway, so we're back. We're back. You see us in the flesh. A lot of stuff has gone down since we last talked. We decided that we're going to introduce a Would You Rather segment towards the end of this episode. So stay tuned for that, you guys. But, like I said, a lot has gone down. So tell me, what's happening with you, man, since the last time I saw you?
Dude. First of all, dude, it has been so goddamn hot here, bro. It's like 80% humidity, like 90 something degrees. My balls are sweating like shit. All right. My balls, my balls are shedding tears. All right. My
Okay.
balls are shedding tears. That's how much they're sweating. Okay.
Right. We get it. Yeah,
Hot as shit. All
we
right.
get it. Yeah.
So I realized that I'm out of my broccoli, okay, because I eat it every day with one of my meals. And so I'm out of it, and I'm like, all right, on the way home from school and the gym, I'll head over to Publix, the market we have down here in Florida. And I decided to head down there, get some broccoli. That was it. I walk in the store. I go towards the veggie aisle, grab my goddamn broccoli. As I'm making my way back, okay,
Hmm.
this fat, middle-aged cow, okay, fat as shit, all right. Um, she has like the way I made it, like I from the
Hey, spit it out. Yeah,
veggie
spit it
aisle,
out.
from the veggie aisle, from the veggie aisle, I made it my way through the milk and like bread area. It's weird how it's set up, but there's an aisle with the bread on one side, the milk on the other side. I'm making my way down. All right, it's cold as shit, but my balls are still sweating. And no, it's not COVID. It might be something else. But I see this fat cow. She has a bob. All right, it's like a fucking like dirty blonde that goes down past her ears. That's it. She's fat as shit, and she she's not wearing a mask. Okay, we're all supposed to wear masks in the grocery store. All right, and this bitch isn't wearing one. Okay, and so the employee walks over and says, "Hey, ma'am, do you have a mask? May you put it on? If not, may you please leave." And she's like, "No, this is goddamn America. I can do whatever the fuck I want." And I'm like, "Oh no, it's a Karen, but it's two of them in one because she's really fat." and so I was like, "Oh shit." And so then he's like, "Oh, ma'am, this is, you're not allowed to be in here." So she's like, "No, this is America. I can wear my goddamn mask any way I want." And so security comes over because we got security because it's
Not at
Florida.
all. Yeah.
We got security. And so security comes over and they're like, "Man, we have to make you leave. You got to get out of here." And they start trying to like usher her out, and she's like, "No, I'm trying to buy my pizza." She had like 5 fucking DiGiorno pizzas in her cart, and I'm like, "Okay, fat." And so she's like, I came here to buy my pizza. It's my grandson's birthday. We're having a pizza party." I'm like, "Oh fuck!" Like now it's going down. Now she's mad. She's not gonna be able to eat her pizza on her grandson's birthday party. And so they start having to grab her and trying to help her get out, like trying to make her get out and shit. And so she's wrestling them, and then she starts knocking shit over. She knocked down, where the checkout area where all the gum is and the candy and shit. That started getting knocked down, and I'm like, "Oh god." And honestly, dude, she fell, okay, and it was probably like what do they call it? A level 6, 7 seismic activity. It was fucking crazy. All right. I could have sworn she made a crack in the tile. She was so fat. Dude, I'm telling you, she was fat as fuck. All right.
Oh,
And and so when she fell on impact, her titty fell out. All right. And I'm not gonna yeah. It was one of those, dude. Like and then she fell on the ground, titty fell out. All right. And I didn't see her nipple. All right. I don't think she had a nipple. It didn't look like it from where I was standing, even though the way she was angled, like I could see her whole titty from here. All right. And for all the cancel culture out there, I'm not trying to look at this shit. All right. But I saw it because I was watching the whole thing the whole time. So I was like, okay, her titty's out, but no nipple. So but they ended up picking her up. They ended up escorting her out, and I'm pretty sure the cops came, but I had left already. I was checking out, but yeah, it was pretty entertaining, and that's an everyday occurrence out here in Jacksonville, Florida. So I wasn't really necessarily shocked. Yeah, I know. And next time I need to grab out my phone and probably film it, and then we can incorporate it into the podcast, because that would be that'd be something interesting, for
maybe we'd have to get like whatever that little stamp is of like nudity or whatever. If we have like
right, yeah. We can always blur it out too. That shit's
boob
easy.
popping out. Probably don't want that on here for the kids. We're for the kids. We're for the kids.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we don't want no titties on this this channel right here. All right. Yikes. So that was my day, basically wrapped up into one little grocery store trip. Yeah. So knife fights happen sometimes. Punching battles going down in the parking lot. I've stopped a fight before, but that's another story for another day. But
what a hero!
I know. I actually stopped the fight. It was between two middle-aged women, both fat. Not that there's anything wrong with being fat. This is fun. Okay, I'm messed up.
You run into a lot of fat people, huh?
Yeah, no, they like to have their trans fats down here. That's for sure. Yep. That's right, Carl.
Trans fats. I get it.
They like the trans fats. Yep, there you go.
I'm Austin, jackass. Get it right. Anywho, to my day, pretty boring actually. The last few days I've just been stressing. The pandemic, sports. I guess it's not really new news anymore, but people telling LeBron and other boycotters to go back to China. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but let them speak their mind. I'm primarily worried about the upcoming football season. People are opting out of their contracts. People aren't playing. My team is already kind of shaky. So
do they
that's
get paid?
about the most important thing. If you opt out of your contract as of
I meant
now,
like if you're boycotting a game, or like you were to boycott and just not play, but not opt out of your contract, but during the season you just don't play. But you just decide not to play to boycott or whatever. Like, do you still get paid?
As of right now,
it's a contract.
Yo, shut up, bro. I'm trying to answer your question. As of right now, you don't boycott games. There's no NFL player that has boycotted a game. They've just opted out of the season, and some of them are getting paid upwards of like $350,000. Some of them are getting paid less. Generally, it's your smarter guys that are pretty family oriented right now that are opting out of the season. But I don't know what it has to do with your contract, but if they choose to opt out, that still affects me. No fantasy points for me. And right now I'm fortunate because none of my players have opted out of the season, but there's a lot of false negative tests going out, a lot of false positives, a lot of hoopla going on. So
how much money you got in this shit?
Not much. Now? I got 20 pesos in it.
Okay, that's the pool right now.
20 pence.
Like 20, 20 for each guy who's in the.
I always do 2 leagues. I do the friend league and then the public league, and hopefully win a a sizable chunk of money. But that's about
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's about all I've got.
Hot damn. Yeah, dude, that
So
sounds terrible, bro. Yeah, because that's the thing though, is like I was wondering because I know a lot of the teams were not playing today, and they're not going to be, or they didn't play yesterday or today for NBA. I'm talking about.
yeah.
And so I was curious, like if they were to like hypothetically just keep boycotting and just not playing, like would they get paid all of their money? Because like it doesn't that seem kind of like silly if you just keep paying them to just not play, because that's not really
Well,
financially good.
here we
Because if
are.
it's a contract,
We're in playoffs. Contracts don't necessarily extend through playoffs. That's why they get bonuses and a lot of extra perks if they go playoffs, if they win the championship, or if they're, MVP of the finals, yada, 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 whatever. Um, I don't know if they would stop getting paid, but at the same time, you got to look at the names of the people who are boycotting for the most part, and it's big names. We got Kyrie, KD, LeBron. Like these guys are going to get paid one way or the other. It's either going to be through their contract or it's going to be through their sponsorships. So,
okay.
it's not a huge concern for them. But enough about that. I bet you guys are ready for what
Oh
you came here
shit.
for, the Would You Rather segment
Yeah,
of the
dude.
Sausage Party podcast. I'll actually have my man kick it off because he's a lot better with these. I've got a few down. We've got a few down from you guys, and I'll be checking the Instagram as we go along to see if another good one pops up, and I'll try to enter that into the mix.
Good idea.
Um, but yeah, you kick it off, my man.
All right. So let's see. Here's a very intellectual, very complex one that we're gonna have to analyze. Would you rather suck a fart out of a fat guy's ass every day, 10 times per day, or have dicks for fingers? For fingers. Suck a fart out of a fat guy's ass every day, 10 times per day, or have dicks for fingers, and that's life. That's for your whole life.
Well, both of those are for life.
Okay, true. Yeah. You could wear gloves, but
I
it's
mean,
going to be dick-shaped
this is a weird
fingers.
question, but like, what if I just shaved down my fingers and made them just look like sausage fingers, like just bigger?
Oh, like
Is
trim
that
them?
possible? Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, dude, I'd take my chances with the fart, bro. Because,
You're gonna
like,
pucker your tongue around a fat guy. Yeah. All right. I'm going with number two.
well, because,
Um,
yeah,
and
fecal matter is, okay, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to, yeah, I think I'll do dicks for fingers, and I'd probably just wear gloves. Um, and, yeah, but could you piss out of the fingers though? That's another question. If so, that would be fantastic. Because you wouldn't have to
you
pull your
can't
dick out of your
add
pants.
factors to this. You don't just lose your main one because you have 10 other
Well,
additional
no,
ones.
you still have that one. You still have your
Exactly.
main. But if you're able to piss out of the fingers on your hand, out of the dicks on your hand,
Not
you
only
won't
are
have
you
to. You don't.
changing the question, you're changing the anatomy of a human being. We
But I'm
don't
just saying.
have.
But this is all hypothetical here. I'm saying is like we wouldn't have to pull our dicks out to pee. We would just, to piss, we just, like ET it into the urinal or into the sink, however, because that's probably not a good idea. I
Yeah,
don't do
probably
that.
not. Next
I've
one.
never
Go.
done that. I've never done that.
We'd hope
Go
so.
ahead.
This is a
Yeah,
common
yeah.
one. It's been
Okay.
discussed quite a bit, but I think it does merit that discussion. Would you rather fight two
Oh no.
welterweight MMA fighters? So we're talking welter is about a buck 55, a buck 50.
Okay. I was gonna ask you that.
Or
150. Two 150s.
or 50 third graders. Now, I could give for context, I was a pretty average sized kid, but in fourth and fifth, I was pretty big. Third grade, I was probably, I mean, how big are third graders? I probably don't even
Wait,
remember how
it's
big I
third
was.
graders, right? Third
Third
graders.
graders. I mean, they've
Third
got to be
grade,
like at
you're
least
like
4, 9.
you're like 7
Dude,
or 8.
what?
Are you
Dude,
8?
what?
How old are
What?
you when you're in third grade?
Dude, you
Like
go to
like
middle
8?
school at like 12. So fourth grade is what? Or fifth grade is like
Fifth grade would be
11.
like 10, 11. Yeah. Okay, so like it's like
You're
6.
like, what math are you doing?
Dude, I'm a
You're like
kinesiology major.
You're like 8 or
I don't
9.
do math.
You're like
I
8 or
don't know
9 in
math.
third grade. Maybe not even that. What am I saying? I was 15 in ninth grade, 14 8th, 13 7th, 13.
Whatever.
Wait, I don't know.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm not a math major
A
either.
bunch of little kids. Honestly, dude, I'd take my chance with the kids. Not that I've ever hit a minor. I wouldn't be opposed to it if they were 50 attacking me because
They're attacking you.
because they won't know how to fight either. You know, I don't know how to fight either, but I know how to. I probably know more about fighting than these kids. I played more fighting games than these kids probably have. So I'd probably just
it's a new day and age.
movies and stuff.
Kids are super active on internet and gaming systems.
Exactly.
But
that means they're not athletically gifted anymore. They're not active, which means they're going to be slower. They're going to be dumber.
That's true.
And they're going to be not as capable as maybe as kids who like us when we were their age. So I'm going to take my chances with them only because I don't know actually how to fight. So I think I could pick up one of those kids and use them as a fucking, whatever
That's
you want to
true.
call it, dude.
I
pick up 2 of them, windmill them.
I might go MMA Fighters. I mean,
You already know how to fight a little bit.
I'm gonna get jacked up probably.
But you're also
there's
what?
Nothing you
something?
could do about it. I'm like 225.
Yeah,
so
dude. I don't know the math on that either, because
it doesn't really matter
but,
much.
But that's a lot of weight, though. That's a lot of weight on those people.
Like
that's
guys. Almost double their. No, that's not even close to double their weight. That's bad math.
It's not. I'm stupid, and that was bad.
Yeah, but
what are you going to school for?
Yeah, definitely going to MMA Fighters because, dude, just think about this. If I throw 2 tennis balls at you, super accurate, or dump a bucket on you, a 50, how many are you gonna catch? Like, I don't know if that analogy works for you, but like, I'm really pinpointing them versus just sporadic. 50
I mean, I could probably catch all at the same time, or just
you probably catch like 5 or 6, but that still leaves 44 that are knocking you out. Like, that's pretty.
But I'm taller. I'm probably taller than all of them. Probably, right?
I mean, there's probably some pretty big third.
So as long as I wear a cup, they don't hit me in the dick, I'm fine.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah, I'll just beat the shit out of them, dude. Beat the shit out of some little kids.
What do you got? What have you got?
All right, what else we got? Costco dog or Dodger dog?
Oh God, dude. Costco dog.
When's the last time you had a Dodger dog, dude?
Probably like the last time I went to a Dodger game, which was like 6 years ago, maybe.
Oh, okay.
They're too long and skinny. They make me uncomfortable.
Okay.
And I ain't no glizzy gobbler.
Yeah.
Word to my mother. Word to my mother. I ain't no glizzy gobbler.
But okay, that's fine. My reasoning was because like I had a Dodger dog most recently, but that was like years ago. But I remember them being so much better back like even before the last time I had them. Like they used to be better.
It's definitely an experience.
And I think, but I think the Costco dogs, there's something about it. I think it's because of the price. That's probably what it is.
I mean, it's a bang.
And
it's a deal.
That's what I mean. I like just how like when you're in class, someone has a bag of chips, you ask them for a chip. That chip always tastes delicious. Versus like if you had the same bag of chips and you took a bite of your own chip, the one that's free from someone else just tastes so much better. You know what I mean? Like the circumstances of having it cheaper just is so much better. So I think honestly, I'm gonna go Costco dog just because I was pretty upset last time I had a Dodger dog. I was pretty disappointed.
Man, that's actually tough. That's tough because one comes with a value. Like, I feel like it's fair to say that the Costco dogs we've probably only gotten when we would buy them ourselves or when we were more conscientious of money and its value versus, for me at least, the Dodger dog, you know, that was like you're a little kid and you get to go to the game with your dad and you're not
that's
paying
true.
attention to the fact that the Dodger dog costs like $15. You just know that you got one and you're watching the ball game.
Oh
like,
my God.
I feel like if you take the money factor out of it, I'm gonna go with the Dodger dog because it's an experience. It's not necessarily the greatest hot dog I've ever had, but it's for sure an experience that is makes me reminiscent for sure.
When all the Chicanos start getting in the fights on me, like in the stands during the Dodger
that's like
games,
the Rams.
You
game.
gotta, dude.
All right,
What
this
happened?
is off topic, but this was like I think probably 2 or 3 years ago. I'll make it a quick story. 2 or 3 years ago, obviously I was at a Rams game. It was at the Coliseum. They didn't have their own stadium yet. And I want to say they were playing the Raiders, but that might just be me being stereotypical. But actually it wasn't. It was definitely was the Raiders, and it was these two Latino guys. They're probably Mexican.
Hell yeah.
Came down. One of them was like behind me the whole time I was watching the game, and he was pounding like the little michelada whatevers.
The Modelo?
Well, they had the like little red rim around it, so I think they had like whatever kind of I don't know, but he pounded those the whole game. Probably put down about 6 or 7 of them. We're getting out. We're walking down. We're about to exit for like halftime or something. And there's this other black guy that comes down the other side who's a Rams fan. He's decked out. They're both decked out, Raiders and Rams. And it's this Mexican guy and his friend. And they bump into each other. And without words exchanged, immediately started throwing punches. And I was literally like 2 feet away. And I should have been scared. But I was really in the mix, like watching. I was like, damn. Like, they were throwing cuts, dude. And it's funny because, you know, the security they hire, like, they're not prepared at all for something like this.
Yeah, and they also don't really give that shit.
3 little nerdy guys walk in, all wearing glasses, like, hey, come on, separate, back up. Like, they're not doing anything. Like, this black guy is like 6'4", like 220, and these little Mexican dudes are not that tall, but they're pretty thick, and they're just all throwing haymakers. But that's a story about the crazy games and that we have in LA.
Yeah, so my cabeza.
Be careful. MS-13 will come for you. Anyway,
hit him in the nuts.
Back to Would You Rather, guys. Sorry about the delay.
You want to go or do you want me to go?
Let's see. Do I have a good one? Do I have a good one? Dude, this is a deep one, kinda, but I like it.
God.
Would you rather know everything and die tomorrow, or be ignorant and live forever?
Know everything and die tomorrow?
I'll let you think, and let me try to coerce you with my thought process. I'm definitely going to know everything and die tomorrow. I mean, it's sad. It really is sad. And they say ignorance is bliss. But if I know everything, I'm betting on every game. I'm betting on every race. I'm betting on everything. I'm going to rack up as much money as I can, leave it for my family, and go in peace the next day.
Wow. That is so noble and sweet of you. I'm going to take the other one only because, you know.
You live forever, though, bro. You're going to find a love. She's going to die. Now what? You're still living. And you're going to do that over.
Then I get to have another one, homie.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You're a horrible person.
Nah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that's true. Cause like, fudge, man. Cause I already am kind of ignorant. So I mean, I feel like it wouldn't. I feel like I'm not. Well, let's be honest. Come on. Okay.
Uh,
So it wouldn't be much of a life change other than being able to live forever ever. So like I'd probably get bored after a while and want to kill myself eventually.
yeah.
Like maybe it might take me another 100 years. I don't know how long it would take me for me to be like, all right, I'm done. But like, yeah, I don't think I could live that. Because I know, I mean, I've talked to old people before, like, and they're like, yeah, like I've lived the whole life. Like I'm ready to go. Like it's not like like I am at peace with death. I'm not afraid of it anymore. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So like um that does come eventually. So like yeah, I would that actually sounds better knowing everything. Um if I knew everything though, I would release secrets, dude, government secrets, conspiracy, whatever it is, dude. If aliens are real, dude, like I would release all that shit. You know, the key to cancer, whatever it is. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
That's what I would
saying.
do.
Think about. I mean, I took it. You said the righteous way, but now that you said all that, I took it the selfish way. But yeah, that is true. You
That's
could
not very
like
selfish though.
open. I mean, yeah, like it is. It's pretty like I'm
Getting money
pretty
for your
focused
family.
on
That's
my own values, which is just assuring that my family's set off, as opposed to
oh
actually knowing everything and being able to make a true impact. Like
wow. So
really,
I actually had the better answer. Would you look at that?
yeah, you did. That's true. I mean, I'll still pick mine. Like I'm definitely still just making sure my
Oh
family has
yeah.
billions. But like
No, that's
it
a good
is
one
if I
actually.
could like in between betting on things or investing in stocks, if I could like say, oh yeah, by the way, this has always been the cure for AIDS. Sure, I'll shoot that out. Like if I know.
Yeah. Dude, that would be
Um,
such a long recording. You have to write all that shit down for everyone, like for your family to know and shit.
that
That might
is
be too much
true.
for me, man. If it starts now, it's 6:18. I don't even know what I would do, man. I'd probably just sit there in my thoughts, be like, just, tripping out. But
Yeah, that'd be
all right,
tough.
that's actually that was a pretty good deep one. I actually like that. I don't know how many more you want to do, but I think this one is something that can be relatable to maybe some of our listeners.
Give your best
Um,
one, and we'll make that.
okay. Well, let's see. Would you? Here we go. Would you rather have an STD and never pass it on,
This is
or
relatable, he says.
well, come on, dude. I'm sure one of our listeners is bound to have had or will have a sexually transmitted disease.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
well, I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
Continue.
dude. I'm
Continue.
just
Yeah.
saying. All right. Or rather, have an STD, never pass it on, or have everyone think you have an STD. So
So
you
you're
have an
telling,
STD,
but
but
I
you
never
never
pass
pass
it
it on.
on because
Or
I'm what? I never have a partner, or because I just don't
it,
have the ability to. Because what you're saying is
the
it's
person
not
never said.
the person never said.
I
Well,
think
then it's just an
I already know what I'm gonna
SD.
do.
It's just
That's
an
what
SD,
I would rather have the STD.
but it's not an STD because you're not. It's sexually transmitted. You're not transmitting it. It's just a sexual disease.
Well, that's what makes it hypothetical, you dipshit.
Well, that's whoever came up with that one. You tell it, hey, you're stupid. Whoever came up with that, because that
Yeah,
doesn't make
that was
any freaking sense. It's a sexually
all right,
transmitted
but I understand where
disease.
they're coming from. You're just being too technical. So like what they're trying to say is like the actual STD, let's say it can't be transmitted in any way, but you have it. You already have it. Like let's say you're born with it.
Well,
Okay?
obviously, I'm gonna go with that one then, because like if I have it and it's only affecting me but no one else,
Like okay,
then and
let's
they
say you
don't
have
know.
would you rather have chlamydia and never pass it on or have everyone think you have chlamydia?
The first one.
Obviously, yeah,
Why would
because
I want people to think that? Because then I'm sitting
I
there
would never tell
begging,
the
like
chick.
I actually don't have it.
Yeah, true.
Oh, then again, though, you could just get tested and have your test on you,
That's the thing though. Like
and then
your
just be like, actually,
significant
I don't
other.
have it.
Yeah, like your girl's gonna be like, oh,
Hmm.
like we should get tested together, and then like she doesn't have anything, but then you do. She's like, are you cheating on me? Like, no, babe, it's just I just have chlamydia. Like, what are you supposed to do?
I've had it
Like,
forever.
yeah, you never told me. Like, oh my god. And then
Yeah.
that happens. So that one's sort of difficult, but yeah, I'm still gonna go with I'd rather have the STD and have the discharges come out of my hole than have everyone think I'm having discharges. But isn't chlamydia the shit that's in the brain?
You're at,
Like it messes up your brain.
dude, I have no clue. I feel like as long as I've known you, you're definitely that kid to look this kind of stuff up in their free time.
I'm
I'm
pretty sure that's
exactly
how like
opposite of that.
Prince Henry, I think, died of chlamydia, and it makes you go crazy.
Isn't Henry in like this most recent generation? You're also asking another
No,
thing that I would
Like
never
King
know.
Henry,
Oh,
not Prince Henry, King Henry.
are you sure he
Well, I
didn't just
don't.
have like some other kind of thing?
No, dude, he banged a bunch of women, including I think a few of his sisters. I think he or relatives or something.
Gotta keep
Did
it in
some
the
incest.
family.
That's how you keep it in the family for sure. But he apparently went crazy. He started losing his hair and shit. That's a sign of losing your hair is a sign of chlamydia. So
Or
if any of you out
alopecia.
there are starting to thin out, I would get tested for chlamydia. I am not a doctor,
Or you could just be
but
getting old, it could be genetic, or you could have alopecia. All of those better. So maybe check those ones out before you jump to the conclusion that you have chlamydia, guys.
but you might have chlamydia.
But
You
you
might have
could have chlamydia. This is true. It's not
yeah.
at all out of the question.
I don't have chlamydia. For all you out there, I
who are
don't think I do.
wondering, who are wondering. But one time, this is fact. One time I visited him at JU freshman year, and he let some gal that was rather charming, use his chapstick, only for her to then tell him, "I have what did she say? Herpes." And I'm
She's 7,
96.4% cured, something
yeah,
like that.
something like that.
Whatever it was, the number wasn't 100, so bitch got herpes still.
I'm don't know if she was joking or not. I really hope she was.
Nah, I mean, like, look at her. Like,
But
she's
I talked
a
to
fairly decent looking girl who like didn't seem like she
she
knew
was
it and
attractive.
went to
Yeah.
JU. Like, there's not very many attractive guys at JU. Like, so honestly, there's really grimy guys at JU. So like, she definitely was making poor choices and probably ended up in bed with a guy who had it, for sure. I
Yeah.
could believe
I
it.
mean, I talked to one of my teammates at the time, like a few of them who knew her, and I was like, "Yo, does she actually has she had herpes before? Or, like, does she have it?" Like, and then, like I could have sworn one of them was saying like, "Yeah, like I heard something about that too." I'm like, "Oh shit."
I heard something about that.
And
Oh
so, but
God.
don't worry, everybody. I took that chapstick, put the cap on. We were at a house party. I flicked that bitch.
That was right
I
after
don't know
he like
where.
bit off the part that she put on her tongue and swallowed it, or on
Yeah,
her lips. He bit it
yeah,
off and then
exactly.
he swallowed it. And he's like, "Oh, then give
Got to
me
leave that part
some."
out.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to bleep that. I said her
Have
name.
to cut that out. All right.
All right.
Ah!
Well,
Oh
guys,
God. Well, she's
it's
not gonna
been
know.
great.
Anyway.
She won't know. It's
Uh.
been great. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh
Um,
man, that flew by fast.
and we
That was
bid you
awesome.
adieu. And let us know. Obviously, we're gonna drop the video. Mondays seems to be our chosen day, so we're gonna drop the videos on Mondays, and we're still deciding when we're dropping trailers. But be sure to tune in, hop on our comments, let us know if you like the Would You Rather segment, if you want more or less of it. We'd love to get you guys more involved. We want the questions that we're answering to be straight from the audience. Um, Obviously we're always going to mix in some of ours because we've got our own twisted sadistic minds and we like to entertain them every now and then. But segments, guys, let us know what you want to hear.
That's right. That's what we're gonna probably. This podcast is probably gonna be sort of rooted on, I would assume, segments, just because they keep this thing going. It keeps you guys involved, which is always great because you guys are participating. You guys can watch and watch us talk about stuff you want us to talk about. So this will make it more enjoyable for you guys. So yeah, it was a jolly good time. My nuts are still sweating. I already taken 2 showers today,
There it
and I might
is.
have to take a third. I might, you know what? I have cardio tomorrow. I'm probably gonna just sleep with my nuts all wet, but that's fine. I'll just get a towel down there, get some baby powder, and we'll be fine. But yeah, so I'll see you guys next time.
Tune in for more nut sweat. Peace out, guys.